Good day, everyone. Welcome to another video. This is Lugaru 214. Today, I'm going to be talking about the accuracy and how well a Henry 22 shoots as compared to the two 1022s I tried and the Nylon 66. And if you're looking at the target, you probably see there are holes that definitely were not made by a 22. I'll get into that also. I might as well start with those. So at the range, I was going to try a Henry 22, see how it shoot with 8 different types. I got the opportunity to try Ruger 9mm carbine. So that's what these are. 3 and 1, and that's 2 and 2 for the 9mm. This was a long shot. I don't know what was loaded in that one. I was impressed with the gun. Almost makes me want to get one myself. These holes here were shot through a Henry rifle carbine 16-inch barrel. This is 38 special. 25 yards. This is pretty pathetic. This is not great. So I retried it. Did the same thing. This is not, if I was shooting a 686 or GP100, standing there, no rest, with a handgun, that center mass, I'd be happy with that. But out of a rifle, with an optic, that ain't great. So then I tried some 357 loaded with blue dot, and this is 8 shots. There's 2 there, and there's actually 6 over here. The scope is sighted in for 140 grain Hornady XTP. So these were shooting a little bit low. So the gun shoots, just won't shoot this. So, which explains again, different ammo, same gun, different results. So that's what these other holes are. So now get back to what the video is about, the Henry. So I used the same ammo I used in the other test, except I added a few. So I'm going to start here with the Federal 36 grain, 1260 feet per second, 4-shot groups. So there's 3 here and 1 here, a flyer. And also using the Nikon 2-7 Pro Staff that I used on that I had put onto the Remington Nylon 66, and also was on one of the 1022s. That's in a previous video. Next up, I tried the Winchester 36 grain, 1280 feet per second. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a lot more promising at 25 yards. If you're trying to shoot at something, even if that was a squirrel, you'd hit it. So I'd say that's not bad at all. Next, I went to the CCI Tactical, which is a 40 grain, 1200 feet per second. And there's 2 and 2. So if that was moved, and let's say 2 and 2, I'd still find that reasonably acceptable for a 22. I could easily live with that. Because this is not a heavy barrel gun. This is just a Henry Lever. It's model H001. But I'm more than happy with that. Then we have the Remington Viper. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not as great as the other ones. If that was a coyote you're shooting at, you'd hit it. It's not spectacular. Next up, we have the CCI Mini Mag 40 grain at 1235 feet per second. This is 1, and there's 3 right here. I'm impressed with that. I'm really happy. This is out shooting 2 heavy barrel 1022s. Next up, CCI Velociter 40 grain, 1435 feet per second, and this is all 4 shots. There's 1, and then there's 3 right here. Again, I think I'm impressed with the CCI. That stuff really worked really well. Next up, we have Hornady 40 grain, Varmint Express 1070 feet per second. The 1022s didn't seem to want to cycle that, but the Nylon 66 did cycle it. We've got 4 right here. So that's and remember, this is 3/4 of an inch. So that's a 3/4 of an inch group at 25 yards, but it's a 22. And finally, we got some Lapua Standard Plus, 1065 feet per second. We got 3 here and 1 that just was a flyer. So that could have been me or the ammo. I don't know. Lapua is usually quality ammo. I know it's more expensive than the rest of this, so I'm actually going to blame myself on that. And one of the things I've also realized that I could pick up, either grab the Winchester or the Lapua, and I can shoot this. Without moving the scope, it'll shoot both. Mind you, the distance, I don't know how far I'd be able to shoot with this, because it is slower. This drives a little faster. But I'm impressed. I'm happy with that. So now I know, because I had flyers with 2 guns with using that optic, I now know that the optic's fine. That eliminates that Nikon as being the reason why I kept getting flyers like this on the other test. And but I'd say that Henry, in my opinion, outshot the other 3 guns. Of course, it's a lever. It all feeds. There's no problem with cycling because you're the one manually manipulating it. So I'd say that's pretty great. So that's what I got compared to the other tests. And I believe I watched a video and I taped it showing the top of the target for the 1020 nylon compared to the Henry's. And in case you didn't want to see it, I'll put it up top. That's what it did. That's the part that was cut off right here. The video showed it. It just, when I uploaded, I made a mistake somehow uploading it. Still new to this, and it didn't show the top, so I apologize for that. So that's today's video. Another short one. But I think I'm going to leave that scope on that gun because I think it's great. I'm impressed with it. There's no scope going back on the nylon. I'm going to leave it as an open sight gun. But I'm probably going to leave that optic on that Henry. And anyway, that's today's video. What do I think? I think Henry's a great gun. So anyway, have a great day. See you in the next one.